I want to show you this. In maths, we sometimes use this, x to the power of 5. What that means is x times x times x times x times x. Sometimes we use times, sometimes we use the dots. The reason why we don't use the times is because this times here looks like an x. So if I say x times x times x times x, it looks so much like an x. So sometimes we switch it around to the dots. Okay. So x to the power 5 means x times x times x times x times x 5 times. It's just a quick way of writing it. Otherwise, if you want to say x to the power of 20, you would probably sit there and write x times x times x times x all the way to 20, and it takes a long time. So we just write x to the power of 20. Okay, so you would have a big number like x in here, and then to the power of a small number here. So it means times it that many times. So for example, x to the power of 3 means x times x times x. Okay, so if I have, say, 2 to the power of 3, it means 2 times 2 times 2. Basically, this is x here. You're allowed to put any number into this bubble here. In this case, I put a 2 in there. It could be anything. It could be let's say 2 to the power of 2. That means 2 times 2, which is 4. Okay. So let's look at this. X to the power of 5 means x times x times x times x times x. Okay. So if you look at this here, this is x to the power of 3. If you look at this here, it's x to the power of 2. So if someone asks you, what is x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 2, well, you can work backwards here. X to the power of 3 means x times x times x, and then you've got to times it to whatever x squared is. X squared is this. So it's actually back to x to the power of 5. So if someone asks you, what is x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 2, it's actually x to the power of 5. Okay? So what is x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 4? Well, break it down. So x to the power of 3 means x times x times x. Okay, and then you've got to times it with x to the power of 4. So x times x times x times x. So here it's x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 4. What is that? Well, that's the same as saying x to the power of 7. So if someone asks, what is x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 4? That's x to the power of 7. Okay. So let's look at this. X times x. Well, x times x is the same as x squared. Okay, which is a 2 here. Yeah. Because if someone writes x squared, it means x times x. Okay. What is x to the power of let's say 5 times x to the power of 6? Well, that equals x to the power of 11. Because if you don't believe me, you can break this down. X times x times x times x times x, and then you've got to times x 6 times. X times x. Well, you can try it for yourself. It comes to x to the power of 11. Okay. All right.